All right. I hit the wrong one by accident. Hey, James, us today. Welcome to Pugs and Parker's Tuesday Night Trivia Spectacular with me, Pugs Moran, and he, James Hamilton Parker. Hi, James.
Hey, how you doing? You ready to jump into this one, or you have like some kind of clever story to tell before we do the trivia stuff?
Clever story to tell. Boy, that seemed like a bit of a backhanded compliment. That
Well,
was
no, I mean, it might have been a little reductive,
that was nice.
but
Well, let's explain what's happening here. This is our Tuesday night show. We've decided we're just going to do trivia on Tuesday nights. We started it last week with just some general trivia. I was forced to answer questions from the 1980s. James was forced to answer questions from I was forced to answer a question from the 1990s. James was forced to answer questions from the 1980s. Now, I had a problem with that, James. I thought that gave me an unfair advantage because even though I was in questions from the era that you grew up in, which was theoretically our wheelhouse, right? The era we grew up in is when we were most TV. But even though it was the era you grew up in, I was still in my 20s. I was a grown up. So I remembered all of those things. I had some awareness of it. Whereas you were forced to answer questions from the 1980s when you were just a little kid.
You didn't know who any of the characters on Rugrats were. That was a child show after you were a child.
But if it had said what was Rugrats, I'd have known at least to say it's a kid's show. I would have known that, but you were getting questions that you were 2 years old when they were, you know what I mean? Like there's no way that you could be expected to know that. Anyway, I just thought there was a little bit of an advantage to me because the category that was
at the last committee meeting, the judges took that into their notes, and that has been noted. Your victory, yeah. The record reflects.
Well, hey, as long as I guess the victory stands. All right. So what we're doing tonight for tonight's trivia contest? What did we decide? What are the parameters of this week's game?
I hope that you're going to be answering trivia questions about 70s TV shows because that's what I pulled.
Yeah, 1970s. Now I'm going to answer questions from when I was, just a little guy, just a little kid. My earliest TV memories of being a little kid wearing pajamas with the little feet attached, little footy pajamas, and I'd have dinner and I'd have to jump in the shower and I'd get my bath and we'd all get our hair parted nicely, out of the bath and we'd be in our warm little footy pajamas and we'd be sitting on the floor and we'd be watching Cagney and Lacey or something totally inappropriate for an 8-year-old. But that's how I lived. And you're going to be answering questions from your childhood of television watching, but your questions will come from when?
The 80s.
The 1980s is correct. So I'm going to answer 80 or 70s television. He is going to answer 80s television.
All right. So who wants to go first? Did we flip heads? Oh, no, we did. And backstage before the show.
Well, I won the last game. So you should go first. You should get the right to go. You go first since I won the last game. I'm going to pour me a drink and then we will commence. Do we have anybody taking who was our scorekeeper last time?
We had a couple of people that were gracious enough. I think Byron was one of them, and one of the Leslies, I think, was one of the other ones. Now, I also, I got to break down on Leslie's. If they all three show up, I'm going to just remind me, and I'll go pull up my notes because I have some Leslie notes.
Oh, you do?
So if you just slide, like if you go back on any of the video platforms that we're on and you slide that sucker down, you could just read all the text that fly through the show real quick. And so I kind of read what all the Leslies said. And like when you are looking specifically for that, and you can kind of tell them apart, I'm going to break it down, but I don't want to break it down unless they're here. So I'm going to read back my Leslies and I'll let you know which Leslie is which.
So we've got that to look forward to sometime in the future.
Or not.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep track. It seems like we've only got Byron in the chat room. He's the only one participating in the chat room. Apparently, people don't like our trivia nights,
I'm shared out on everything. We're on.
Yeah. All right.
Be quiet then.
I'm not worried about it. All right, James, you'll go first. Your questions are from the 1980s. Okay. So let me. Oh, John, very good. Still, nobody's volunteered to keep score here. Nobody.
You got your buzzer? I got my buzzer here.
My buzzer. That's it. and a rim shot.
You don't have like
That's it. Those are the two songs. No, I don't. All right, James, your questions are going to be from the 1980s. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? All right. Question 1. James Parker. So I should do this. All right. James Parker. Question 1. On the 1980s television show Family Ties, who was Alex P. Keaton's idol? Who was Alex P. Keaton's idol on Family Ties, James? Alex P. Keaton's idol.
I think it's Ronald Reagan.
Is that your answer?
That's my wait, hang on. Alex P. Keaton.
He was a Reagan.
It's not like the gray-haired doctor that lives down the street that has the DeLorean, is it? No,
no, Doc Brown or Doc.
Yeah, Doc Brown, right? It's not Doc Brown. No, I think it is Reagan, right? Shut up, Byron. Don't. Okay, fine. I'm going with Reagan because Byron kind of backed me up there. Is it Reagan?
Ronald Reagan is the answer. James is going with Ronald Reagan as the answer to the question, who was Alex P. Keaton's idol? The correct answer, Richard Nixon. That is an X.
Oh, I got it wrong?
You got it wrong. It was Nixon.
Oh, wow.
See, because Nixon, his parents, his hippie parents hated Nixon. That was like his way to get his hippie parents. Reagan wasn't his idol. Reagan was a contemporary. You know, Reagan was happening in the moment. His idol from the time he was little was Richard Nixon. All right, I'm up. One wrong.
All right. Zebra 3 was the radio call sign used by which iconic 70s TV series? Zebra 3, the radio call sign.
Starsky and Hutch.
It certainly is Starsky and Hutch. Yes.
All right, James, your second question in the category of 80s TV shows. In Knight Rider, what's the real last name of Michael Knight? Knight is not his real last name. What is his real last name in the series?
It's not Knight?
It's not. That doesn't bode well for you. I knew because I was a Knight Rider. In the television show Knight Rider, what was Michael Knight's real last name? Knight
Trump.
was not.
I think it's Trump. What is his real last name? Trump?
Trump is no, that is incorrect. Michael Knight's real last name was Long. He was Michael Long. There you go. All right.
Well, he already has kind of a cool name. Why would he change it? What is he doing? A radio show? Like he just had like a
right? I don't know.
All right. Which superhero was played by Linda Carter?
Linda Carter was Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
They will get harder.
Yeah. I hope so. I was a little boy. You didn't think I'd remember that? You better stay away from Charlie's Angels and Wonder Woman questions because I was a heterosexual little boy. I got answers.
All right. Go ahead.
James, 1980s trivia. What was the name of the bar that the characters from Three's Company frequented? What was the name of the bar that they hung out at? Three's Company. Of course, the Friends hung out at Central Perk. Seinfeld hung out at Monk's. Where did the crew from Three's Company hang out?
See, now this is funny because I have a Three's Company question too.
Oh, do you? Well, because 70s, it's both eras. Yeah.
It is. So it's not going to be Waffle House. It's Ziggy's.
Is incorrect, James. Byron knew it. Byron's got it. The Regal Beagle. The Regal Beagle.
Oh God! Give me another minute, and I'll think of that. I just don't want
to. Regal Beagle.
Okay. I did know that. Okay. Guess big load of good. It did me there. All right, next one. Charlie's Angels. What was their names in the show? First and last, all three girls.
Well, okay, the original three.
Yeah.
Okay. Farrah Fawcett,
No. Their characters' names.
Yeah, I know. I'm working through it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Farrah Fawcett.
Okay, sorry.
Farrah Fawcett played Jill Monroe. Kate Jackson played Sabrina Duncan. And Jacqueline Smith played. I told you to stay away from this Charlie's Angels, man. Jacqueline Smith played Kelly Garrett. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
All right, James. Your fourth question in the category of 70s TV. All right, hold on. Let me get you a good one.
You didn't already brief like these before the show?
No, well, no.
I finally curated a beautiful list for you.
Oh, did you? Did
Yes.
you? Okay. On the television show. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'll tell you what. I'll do it this way. On what show would you find the character Gary Gnu? On what show would you find the character Gary Gnu? 1980s trivia for James.
The Great Space Coaster.
Is correct. Great. Where no GNU is good GNU with Gary GNU. There you go.
Crap,
James
that's
gets
a
one.
flashback.
All right.
When was the last time you had a Gary Gnu reference thrown your way?
Came up. I had to go with it.
I feel like you might shock the world on this one. The Cylons were the main antagonists of which science fiction TV series?
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica, it is.
Thank you, sir. Cylons. A master race created by man. Shit got out of control.
I know.
James, what was Alf's girlfriend from Melmac's name? What was Alf's girlfriend from Melmac's name?
Ellie.
Is that your answer? It was Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda, as he used to exclaim. Rhonda. Okay. There you go.
Jack Lord played Steve McGarrett in which show?
Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, you know this one too. Okay.
Yeah. One of the great teams. James, in the television show Different Strokes, what was the name of Arnold Drummond's fish? What was the name of his fish? He had a black goldfish, and the goldfish had an interesting name. What was the name of Arnold Drummond's fish on Different Strokes, the giant black goldfish?
George Floyd.
It was not George Floyd. It was Abraham. Abraham is the correct answer. Abraham, the giant black goldfish.
That was close.
Not even close.
All right.
Not even.
Which TV cop had a cockatoo named Fred?
That would be Tony Beretta.
Oh, wow.
Tony Beretta. Dude, I was an only child of a single mom. I did nothing but watch TV in the 70s.
I see. I'm noticing.
Let's see. On Three's Company, let's go back to Three's Company.
Oh,
on Three's Company, what was the name of Jack's restaurant that he opened and was the head chef of? What was the name? Jack finally got his restaurant. What was it called?
Wasn't this Jack's Bistro?
Jack's Bistro. Jack's Bistro it is. Jack's Bistro.
I was always rooting for that guy. Here's my Three's Company song. Before playing Jack Tripper on Three's Company, John Ritter played on what 70s family drama? He was a preacher. You remember?
Family drama. 70s family drama. 4-3's Company. Little House on the Prairie.
The Waltons.
Man, okay. There goes my perfect game.
Was that your first miss?
Yeah.
Wow, you're crushing it. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. You want another Three's Company? Do you feel strong about Three's Company, or should I move on?
You can. I don't feel strong about it though.
What longstanding cast member of ER was on an 80s TV show that was also called ER? Cast member of ER who was also on an 80s show called ER.
Was it the dorky one, the Anthony? Hamilton. And God, I don't know. What was his name? I don't know.
You don't want to take a guess?
Okay, I'll say George Clooney.
I gave it to you. Clooney. George Clooney is right. I gave you that one. I could have jumped on Anthony Edwards, but I gave you George
Edwards.
Clooney.
Damn. Yeah. Anthony Edwards. Thank you.
Hook me up.
So in the 70s, there was a ban on TV cigarette ads. What year did it take effect?
1974.
1971.
Oh, shit.
71.
There's another one for me. That sucks. What was the name of the school mistress in the television show Facts of Life? I need the full name. What was the full name of the mistress, the headmistress in Facts of Life?
Mrs. Garrett.
Look for her full name. That's the whole point.
I certainly don't know it. No.
What's her first name? Everybody knows. You don't know Edna Garrett? Edna Garrett, James. Mrs. Edna Garrett.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I feel like I'm letting you all down. All right. In what city did Starsky and Hutch take place? In what city?
Wow, that's a really good question. I never thought of that before. Wow. I don't know. It's either New York or LA. I mean,
how about this? In what fictional city did Starsky and Hutch take place?
Oh, is it a fictional city?
Yeah.
Then I have no idea. I don't know what.
Bay City.
Bay City? Oh, that's stupid.
Where do you think the Rollers came from?
Well, there is Bay City, Michigan, and Starsky and Hutch was not filmed in Bay City, Michigan. They were in a big city. The Bay City Rollers are named after Bay City, Michigan.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
All right.
Bay City somewhere.
Even though they're from Scotland. All right. James's next question.
Hang on. The Bay City Rollers are from Scotland?
Yeah.
They're not from Bay City?
No, they're named after Bay City, Michigan, but they're from
they're from Scotland. Why would they? I'm not the Edinburgh Rollers.
I don't know.
We got problems over here. All right, go ahead.
All right, your next question would be, James, also in the category of Different Strokes. What was the name of the bully who terrorized Arnold on Different Strokes? Who was the bully? What was his name?
Oh man, I'm not gonna get this. I know his friend was Dudley.
Dudley? Yeah, but who was the bully that Dudley and Arnold were always running from?
And didn't they get Willis to confront him?
Yep.
I don't know. Rand Paul.
No, the bully I'm looking for, James. The Gooch. The Gooch. I was looking for the Gooch.
Yes.
Arnold and the Gooch. All right. Feed me. Feed me. Papa's hungry.
We can't keep passing the Village bicycle around like this, man. This is getting ridiculous. In Three's Company, what is Chrissy Snow's occupation? What is Chrissy Snow's occupation?
Okay, Terry came later. Terry was a nurse. What was Chrissy? Was Chrissy an actress?
Is this your final answer?
That's my final answer.
She was a secretary. Secretary.
Crying out loud. Okay. What were the full names? Oh boy, this is not going to be good. What were the full names? How do you feel about Facts of Life trivia? What were the full names of the four main girls in Facts of Life? Do you want to move on from that one, or do you want to give that one a shot?
One of them was Tootie.
And we're looking for Joe Palachuk, Blair Warner, Natalie Green, and Dorothy Tootie Ramsey. Yeah, never mind.
Never.
What was the name of the bartender? Full name, first and last. What was the name of the bartender on Love Boat? The bartender on Love Boat. What was his name?
Was that Beaver?
No, come on. You don't know the name of in the opening credits? He'd be like this. He'd be like making a drink, and then he'd go.
No, I don't remember his name though.
Isaac the bartender. That does nothing but Isaac Washington, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for Isaac Washington, the bartender from The
Are you
Love
sure
Boat.
that's 80s? Does that even count as 80s?
Yeah, ran through 86. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay. By the way, I think that would be a good TV show now because the way they incorporate like celebrity drop-ins, celebrity cameos. I would like to watch a show where just like randomly
I think it is. I think they rebooted it as a reality series with a whole bunch of like celebrities.
yeah,
Just
with like,
take a
this girl, like,
cruise.
Katy Perry and Jack Black or doing karaoke or something. Anyway, in the TV show BJ and the Bear, who was the bear?
What do you mean? Who was the bear? The bear was the name of the monkey.
Yes, BJ's pet
Oh,
chimpanzee.
is that what you were looking for? Oh, okay. All right. Very good. All right.
Wow.
Back on the winning side. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What star of the Breakfast Club was? All right. Never mind. What are all these facts of life questions?
No one likes that show. Stupid.
Mm-mm. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. On One Day at a Time, what were the name of the two daughters?
One day at a time.
One Day at a Time.
And I don't know that show. Wait. Hang on.
Valerie Bertinelli, Mackenzie Phillips, Bonnie Franklin. Come on. This is it. This is it. This is life, the one you get. Come on and have a ball. This is it. This is it.
I don't
Straight
know.
ahead.
I was too busy playing with my pet deer and
That would the answer we're looking for is Barbara and Julie. Barbara and Julie are the daughters on One Day at a Time. That's
all right. What was all right, Pugs? 70s TV trivia. What's Grandpa's first name on the Waltons? Grandpa's. What's that idiot's first name?
No idea. Grandpa Walton. He's Grandpa Walton. Who called him by a first name? I have no idea. I'm gonna take a loss on this one.
Zeb.
Zeb, of course. Zeb. Something stupid.
Zeb. Okay. It's like, is that a black people only name? Because there's no Hispanics or black people named Zeb.
No, that's a rural name. That's some kind of weird mountain folk name. All right, James. Let's see here. Let's try. Where's the one that I just had? Mork and Mindy was a spinoff of what TV show, James? Mork and Mindy was a spinoff of what TV show? Mork and Mindy.
Not BJ and the Bear.
No.
What was it? A spinoff like Laverne and Shirley or something like that?
I'm going to need an answer.
I'm going to go with Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley, so close. Happy Days. The answer is Happy Days.
What was the tie-in?
What's that?
What's the tie-in there? How did they tie into Happy Days?
The tie-in is that Fonzie saw a UFO, and in one episode of Happy Days, Fonzie had a close encounter with a UFO, and it was Mork. And Mork was so funny in the episode that they went, "We got to give that guy his own show." So they transported him to the 1970s in Boulder, Colorado, and gave him his own show.
Okay, good.
Go. Yeah,
that'll work.
Yeah. All right, your next question. Which famous talk show host made a guest appearance on Laverne and Shirley? Which famous talk show host?
Hey, didn't you just ask me one? Aren't I supposed to make you?
Is this my?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I robbed myself of a question.
Darren McGavin played a reporter in which TV show? He investigated crimes of a supernatural nature.
Yeah. I can't remember the name. The Night Stalker.
It is the Night Stalker. I've never even heard of that. What is that? What's the night? Any good?
It was Gavin. It was the X-Files. It was basically, think of it like that. It was a late 60s, early 70s version of the X-Files.
Well, you don't seem too enthused about it.
It was a scary show. I was a little kid. I never watched it. I always knew when it was coming on that I avoided it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
James, which famous show host made a guest appearance on Laverne and Shirley? Famous talk show host who made a guest appearance on Laverne and Shirley.
Phil Donahue.
No, James, we were looking for Jay Leno. Jay Leno, James. Jay Leno, back before he was a talk show host, he was an actor, a struggling actor. James Jay Leno is the answer.
I am not. I've never seen that. I've never known that. I've never heard of that. It's not like you said that. Now. Oh, I remember hearing about that. In what capacity was he just like on one episode, or was he a regular?
No, man. Jay Leno was on Sanford and Son. Jay Leno was an actor on a lot. He always played like, walk on, never a star. Jay Leno, David Letterman, Steve Martin, all of those dudes pop up in 70s sitcoms as like, dudes that live next door or whatever, someone they run into on the street. Yeah. All right. My turn.
All right. Which variety show featured comedy sketches and musical productions hosted by a husband and wife?
Which variety show?
There's a variety show hosted by a husband and wife. Comedy sketches.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's Captain and Tennille. They were married for a period of time. Sonny and Cher. I think that's what they're asking for. Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't stop getting them right.
I'm running up the score here. Let's see, James. What show is the Dukes of Hazzard a spinoff of?
That's a spinoff?
Mm-hmm.
Green Acres.
No. This is a really hard one. It's a spinoff of a spinoff. It is a so here's the explanation. Boss Hogg was a character who passed through in the show Flo's Yellow Rose, which was a brief spinoff of Alice. That's a hard one.
Wow. That's what happens when you only have 3 TV networks. There's only 3 shows for each hour, and they're just passing around the same people, period. Same writers, same actors. It's just like 28 people doing all the shows.
My turn.
Okay. How many siblings are in the Partridge Family?
Chris, Tracy, Danny, Lori, Keith.
Number 1.
8,
so
4.
Chris, Tracy, Danny, Lori, Keith, Tracy, Danny. 5. We're going with 5. 5 siblings in the Partridge Family.
Man, you are so good at this. Wow.
All right. Let's see here. James, on Laverne and Shirley, what was Laverne's favorite drink? Oh, we all tried to make this at home. They used to talk about this on the show all the time. Laverne loved it. Whenever Laverne would get twisted, Shirley'd be like, Laverne, can I make you a blank and blank? Ooh, what was it?
Blank and blank. Oh, man.
Blank and blank. Laverne could always be calm. What?
Rum and Coke.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
No, they couldn't do it. They didn't talk alcohol on that show. That wasn't beer. That was it. No. Milk and Pepsi, James. Milk and Pepsi. I was looking for milk and Pepsi. Not bad. We all made it. All us kids made it after seeing it on Laverne and Shirley. Not bad. Kind of like a milkshake. Not bad at all. Kind of like a creamy chocolate cow or whatever you want to call it. Without
I'm not going to try it. I'll take your word for it. Moving right along.
Terrible. All right.
How many seasons did Little House on the Prairie run for?
12.
9.
I have no idea. That's a suck show. I never watched that dumbass show. James.
Yes, sir.
Which professional wrestler? No, never mind.
Come on.
Sorry.
Come on.
Okay, which professional wrestler popped John Stossel's eardrum during a 2020 interview? Which professional wrestler popped John Stossel's eardrum during a 2020 interview?
Ric Flair.
is incorrect. Somebody named Dr. D, who I've never heard of before. David Schultz, Dr. D.
I don't
No
know.
idea who that was.
Who portrayed Miss Ellie in Dallas, the 1970s sitcom Dallas?
Barbara Belgades. Barbara Belgades.
Yeah, Barbara Bell Geddes or Gates.
I think it was Gades or whatever.
Gates it is.
James, what actor is famous for the line "Nanu, Nanu"?
Oh, Mork from Mork and Mindy.
What actor is
Oh,
famous
I'm sorry,
for the
Robin
line?
Williams.
Is correct. Robin Williams.
What does MASH stand for? MASH, MASH. What does that stand for?
I believe the M is mobile. That's the one I'm stuck on. But the ASH stands for Army Surgical Hospital.
Wow.
So I'm going to go Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
Well done.
All right. James, on Punky Brewster, how was she abandoned by her mother? On Punky Brewster, how was Punky abandoned by her mother?
She died in a car wreck.
Is incorrect. Her mom went into a grocery store and never came out. It's kind of dark. Her mom went into a grocery store and never came out, James. That's very dark. Okay.
Kermit and Miss Piggy hosted what show in 1974?
Hosted what show? Well, I mean, so like not the Muppet Show? I guess they didn't host that. I'm gonna say that
It's the Muppet Show.
it's the Muppet Show. You have lost interest. You're like, what? All right. I do apologize. What was the name of the short-lived spin-off of Three's Company, James? What was the name of the short-lived Three's Company spin-off?
Jack's Place.
I was looking for the Ropers, James. I was
Oh,
looking
the
for
Ropers!
the Ropers.
Did
So you're
have
not
one,
even
didn't I?
trying anymore. You knew that one had you just
Oh,
thought
I
it
did.
through.
I did.
The Ropers.
What was the first year Saturday Night Live was broadcast?
I think it's 1976, but it might be 1977. We're going to go with 1976. When was it?
1975.
Fudge, 75.
When we see Saturday night.
All right. James, where was Hawkeye Pierce's hometown in the show MASH? Where was his hometown?
Waterloo, Iowa.
What is incorrect? We are looking for Crabapple Cove. Crabapple Cove. That's what it says here.
That's garbage. He's doing that on the ski.
Okay. Give me one.
What does CHIPS stand for? Chip.
California Highway Interstate Patrol.
It's just California Highway Patrol.
Oh, the I doesn't mean anything. All right.
Like Highway Patrol.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, James. I'm not going to give you that one. James, name all 10 children on just the 10 of it. No, I'm not going to give you that one.
God, I can't name one.
James, what was the connection between Family Matters and Full House? What is the connection between Family Matters and Full House?
Okay, so Carl was the security guard at the TV station where Bob Saget works, I think, right? Or I'm pretty sure because his job
I don't think this one is true because I'll tell you, I believe that Family Matters is a spinoff of Perfect Strangers because Carl was a cop who walked the beat where the Perfect Strangers lived. I did not know that there was a
Balky and
yes, cousin
Larry.
Larry. Yeah, Larry and Balky. So that was the Perfect Strangers full Family Matters tie-in. I didn't know that there was a Full House tie-in, and it doesn't geographically match. Do you want me to tell you what this answer is?
Yeah, he was a security guard at the TV station, but that's not right.
No, that's not it. It says Steve Urkel was DJ's friend's annoying cousin on Full House. But Full House was in San Francisco and Family Matters was in Chicago. I don't know. Unless maybe he was visiting. All right, whatever. Moving on. All right. Next question.
All right. On the sitcom Taxi, which actor played Bobby Wheeler?
Bobby Wheeler was played by the guy. I can't think of his name. He's dead now. Tony Danza played Tony Banta. I'm going to take a loss on this. It's the guy from Greece. I can't think of his name. He's dead now. Go ahead. What's the answer?
Jeff Conaway.
Jeff Conaway, damn it. Yeah, there it is. Let's see here. What was the real name of the hospital on St. Elsewhere? 1980s hospital drama St. Elsewhere. What was the real name of the hospital?
Isn't there like a connection with this hospital and like 10 other shows? Is this one of those? Or
the Bobby Westfall universe, but that's a whole show unto itself.
Oh my God. Can we do that? Can we do not right now, but
yeah, at some point.
Write that one down. Forgot all about that. So it's St. Thomas. St. Thomas.
No, and thank you for being honest because Brady's in the chat room. Brady's correct. It's St. Eligius. St. Eligius Hospital is the real name of St. Elsewhere. St. Eligius we were looking for. St. Eligius.
Yeah, could have looked over there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. CBS had a hour-long medical drama called Medical Center. In which city was it set?
Cincinnati.
Is this your final answer?
It's my final answer.
How many Cincinnati shows could there be? There was WKRP. You think they'd get a hospital show too? No, it's Los Angeles.
I thought it was Cincinnati. I really thought it was Cincinnati. I really did.
You were fast with that one too.
Yeah, I thought it was Cincinnati. I thought I knew that one. All right. Let's see here. What popular future sitcom star played Michael P. Keaton's girlfriend, Lauren Miller, on Family Ties? Michael P. Keaton's girlfriend on Family Ties would go on to be one of the biggest female sitcom stars of all time. She started out playing Lauren Miller, Michael P. Keaton, girlfriend on Family Ties. Michael J. Fox, who played his girlfriend on Family Ties. He had two. I'm looking for the one that would go on to become an icon of American 90s situation comedies. Who am I looking for? Gonna need an answer.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
No, I am looking for Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox, ladies and gentlemen. Monica from Friends. Courtney Cox. All right.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before she was Alice, Linda Lavin played a detective on what show?
What? Before she was Alice? I don't know. What was she? A detective? What? A female detective in the mid-70s? Policewoman. I'm going to say policewoman.
Barney Miller.
Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense. Not true. All right, James. James, what show did The Simpsons first appear on?
Tracy Ullman Show.
Is correct, James. Correct. All right.
All right. Who played Mary Richards' parents on the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
Her parents? Not a clue. Next. I can't even guess. I can't even guess. What's the answer?
Nanette Fabry and Bill Quinn. That's not really.
Get them. Yeah. All right. James, can you name the sorry. Where is it? Can you name the 5 original MTV VJs?
No.
80s
Nope.
TV questions for
No,
James.
it's like Martha Quinn.
Bing.
Oh, that's one of them, right?
Mhm.
John Stewart, but not that guy. Another guy named John Stewart.
Incorrect.
Crap. Fill me in.
Martha Quinn, J.J. Jackson, Mark Goodman, Alan Hunter, and Nina Blackwood. Those are your 5 original MTV VJs, whatever you want to call them.
All right. Name the spinoff from the Andy Griffith Show. Name a spinoff from the Andy Griffith Show.
Name a spinoff or the spinoff?
Name the spinoff.
Okay. Mayberry RFD.
Oh, it is. Wow. I never even heard of that.
Ken Berry.
78 episodes. So
I
that
remember that show.
Never even
Terrible. It was terrible.
Was it bad? Was it? Oh,
terrible. But we watched it because there was nothing else to watch. Let's see here. James, The Jeffersons was a spinoff of what show?
All in the Family, I think.
Is correct. All in the Family. James gets it right. All in the Family. Okay.
All right. Of all the popular variety shows in the 70s, which was the first one that had an African American as a host?
Wow.
You'll know the name as soon as
Flip Wilson.
It is Flip Wilson. Wow.
All right. Thank you.
Well, you dug in for that one.
Flip Wilson. All right, James. Let's see here. What was the name of the older brother on Happy Days, James? The older brother on Happy Days.
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
This isn't a fair question because this is a Happy Days question, and Happy Days spans both the 70s and the 80s, and these particular episodes took place in the 1970s. So why are they being asked in an 80s trivia question? The answer is Chuck. Chuck Cunningham, the invisible brother. Chuck was in the first season, and then he went off to college, and they never spoke of him again. He was never mentioned again after the first season. Chuck Cunningham, basketball prodigy.
Okay. On the Carol Burnett show, at the end of the show when she tugged her ear, which one was it? Was it her left ear or her right ear?
It was her right ear, and it was for her grandma.
It was her left ear, and it was for your mom.
Got that wrong on a left or right? Are you kidding me?
It was her left ear. That's what this says. It's her left.
Okay. James, what was the name of the castle that gave He-Man his powers?
Oh, come on. Grayskull.
Grayskull. It's a layup for him. Layup.
Hey, couldn't we say on Happy Days, what was the older brother's name?
Chuck.
Oh, you got it. How'd you do that?
I just asked you that question.
No, I know. That's funny because it was a 70s show. What was Fred Sanford's job on Sanford and Son?
He ran a salvage yard. He was a junk collector, a junk dealer.
Junk
Yeah.
dealer, yeah.
All right. James, on Night Court, what was Bull's IQ? Here's a hint. It's the same upside down as it is right side up.
69.
Bull's IQ on Night Court.
I guess 100.
Same
I'm going.
upside down.
I don't know. It's either 69 or 100.
You gotta think. You gotta think about this. And so if you think about it, it's easy, but you gotta do math and you
Oh.
gotta look at numbers.
Well, if Byron's right, then is it 181?
It is 181.
I
It's
don't, get that.
100.
I don't get credit for that.
No, you don't, because Byron jumped in. But yes, 181 is Bull's supposed IQ in Night Court, which would make him a super genius.
All right. In the 70s series Del Vecchio, what was Del Vecchio's profession?
I believe it's pronounced Del Vecchio, and he was a detective.
Yes, he was a desk sergeant. That'll work.
I knew he was a cop. Okay. All right, James. Don't need that. That's not TV. These are not TV. James, what planet did Elf come from? What planet did Elf come from?
Melmac.
Melmac is correct, James. Melmac. Knocking them down.
All right. In the sitcom Mod, what big controversy made American television history in November 1972 with the lead character?
Maud had an abortion.
Yeah.
How I learned about abortion, the way everybody should, from an episode of Maud.
The episode aired 2 months before the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court ruling.
It was very controversial in Maud's house, let me tell you. Let's see here. James, what city did Simon and Simon live and work in? James, what city did Simon and Simon live and work in?
I think it was San Diego.
Is that your final answer?
Well, my first answer is Mesquite, which I think is
so you're going with
San Diego.
San Diego is correct. San Diego.
Right.
Simon and Simon. San Diego. There's another one.
On One Day at a Time, what were Anne Romano's daughters' names?
You already did this. I asked you this. I had this and you got it wrong. It's Barbara and Julie. We already did this.
Oh, yeah, it is Barbara and Julie. Oh, yeah.
Give me a different question because I already gave you the answer.
Yeah, we did. Okay. Bro, I'm running out of questions here. J. Edgar Hoover was a series consultant on an hour-long crime drama from ABC. Can you name the show?
The FBI.
Wow, that sounds like a lame show.
There you go. The FBI. All right, James. Let's see here. What is the name of Magnum PI's suave super spy alter ego? Remember this guy? He used to become this guy whenever he was doing like international spying type stuff. He had an alter ego. Thomas Magnum called himself this. What was the name that he called himself? That.
Graham Wellington.
No. Would you know it if I said it, or were you not a Magnum fan?
No, I mean I was, but I don't remember what was going on when I was 4.
Sebastian Saber. Sebastian Saber.
That's so cool.
Thomas Magnum would become Sebastian Saber.
Bookham Dano. What show's that from?
Hawaii 5-0.
Okay.
All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Okay, James, what is the connection between the television show Good Times and the television show Different Strokes? What is the connection between Good Times and Different Strokes? I am looking for an actor or an actress, a connection between Good Times and Different Strokes. Gonna need an answer, James.
I'm going to go with Conrad Bain.
Is incorrect. The correct answer, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson, of course, played the abused little girl who lived next door in Good Times and then would go on to play Willis's girlfriend in Different Strokes. Janet Jackson. Byron says black people. There you go, Byron.
I mean, it's a good point.
It is a connection.
Not wrong.
All right.
Also, Janet Jackson smashed at some point Matthew McConaughey.
All right. Good for him.
I had to look that up one day and I was wrong because I was like, no, but no, I looked it up. It was true, and now I'm jealous. All right, and the Rockford Files. What kind of car did Jim Rockford drive?
I don't know. Did you drive a GTO?
He drove a Chevy Prius. Toyota. No, he drove a Pontiac Firebird. Pontiac.
No such thing as a Chevy Prius. But okay, we will move on.
Toyota Prius or something. I don't know what is the Prius? Which one's the Prius?
I don't.
Honda?
Let's see. James, no. James, on the television show Cheers. This is a good one. This is a good trivia. This is an 80s television trivia question.
You can just give me all Cheers trivia if you want.
On the television show Cheers, what was the name of the restaurant above the bar?
I know all these. Yeah, Melville.
Melville's is correct. Melville's. Very good, James.
You're going to be hard pressed to stump me on Cheers. In what city was Good Times?
Good Times was Chicago.
There you go. Yeah.
Cabrini Green Projects, to be more exact.
Isn't that where you grew up? Isn't that where you're from?
That is not where I'm from. I'm from the south side. That is the northwest side. Oh, okay. North side. West side, north side. North side. James, who was the leader of the bad guys on Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, Hulk Hogan and Friends? Who was the bad guy? Who was the leader of the bad guys on Hulk Hogan's Hulk Hogan and Friends cartoon series?
First off, I would like to say I was like 7 at the time, and I loved that show. Maybe like 9.
Who was the bad guy?
Rowdy Roddy Piper?
Is correct. Roddy Piper is correct.
Oh, man. I'd have been so sad if I didn't get that.
All right, this is going to be the last question now. This is the last question because you had the first one, and it's 59, according to my clock. Do we want to total? Should we total them up? I have a significant lead. I'm just looking at it. I'm like,
totally winning, right? You're way ahead.
I have a significant lead by at least. I don't know. Okay, give me the last one. Here we go. This will be it.
Okay. In what town was Happy Days?
In what town was Happy Days? That would be Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There we go. Thank you. I don't know, Jeff. Come test me, Iowa boy. I'm just teasing. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. How many right did you get? I don't know. How many questions did we do? Doesn't matter. I don't know. I've got a significant lead. We'll just leave it at that. That's the best I can.
150 million.
All right. Well, that was episode 2 of Trivia Night.
Hey,
will there be a 3?
Look, Byron has a good idea. Someone in the comments should type it, and then me and you try and say the answer first. What do you think of that?
I'm willing to try anything. I love trivia in all forms. That sounds okay. We have to be able to trust them. We can. I think we can trust Yeah. All right. You want to try that? So the next week we just show up. Wait, how would this work? Okay, so they put the questions.
No. Here's how it works. Anybody at any time can put a question up there, and whoever answers it first, me or you, gets it. There doesn't have to be one person. It doesn't have to be in any kind of order. It doesn't have to be any kind of theme. Just go. Just take your pants off and run right through the cornfield.
All right, and we'll try that next Tuesday. That's how we'll try it. We'll put it on the listeners. They've never let us down.
Go check out the Florida Stories podcast, wherever you already listen to podcasts and crap stuff, things.
There you go. Do that. There he goes. All right, guys, thank you so much. It's been Tuesday Trivia here. This one didn't have any kind of zest to it. I don't know. You try things. That's what we do. All right, join me tomorrow for High Noon. More news and headlines and current events and hot topics and all the things that are happening in the world. I'll give them to you tomorrow at noon. If it's happening tomorrow, you'll hear it here. Not first, not last, but you will hear it here. That's my promise to you. Okay, that's going to do it. Love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow at noon right here on the Radio Misfits podcast platform. Bye, everybody.